Hey everybody, Dr. Dan Lyons, Precision Chiropractic in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And today, oh, here it is. Always got to have something like that, right? So, as we go through the office seeing patients today, just as an added precautionary measure for our patients and put their minds at ease, we are screening everybody, asking them if they have any of the symptoms, if they've been exposed to anybody that they know has COVID-19, that has been diagnosed with it, that has any of the symptoms of it. And to put everybody at ease, no one has. But we're also checking their temperature. So a little infrared, put it on your forehead, press the button. You can see green means go, red means whoa. So we've been checking people's temperatures, and there's been some great questions that have come out of that. And patients are asking, well, why is my temperature lower? 8.6 is normal. And you got to dial that back a little bit. Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Hi, Connie. Thanks for watching. There's a difference between common, average, and normal. And 98.6 is an average, and it is, they take a large group of people, some are healthy, some are sick, and they take their temperature, and 98.6 is the number that comes up. So whenever you see a statistic and it is this number, 98.6, that's what you should be, you have to be wary, because that is not what your temperature should be. So that would be the average number. And usually when you see an average number, it's expressed as 98.6 plus or minus a certain amount. It's called the standard deviation. If you remember that little bell curve, everybody's getting familiar with bell curves these days. The median, the average, is right at the center of that, and then the standard deviation, just keep it simple, is where 80% of those people are going to fall above or below that. And so when you look at that, hi Jen, hey Octavio, hola, ¿cómo está, mi amigo? And so you have that wide group of people that are going to fall into that. Now, there are some people that are very, very sick that are falling into that. And how accurate that number is, that 98.6 in this case, depends upon how good a screening process did you do. So if that 98.6 was based upon people that had no subluxations in their spine, they'd seen a chiropractor, they'd been cleared by that individual, they had seen a couple of different specialists, they'd seen a couple medical doctors, they'd had all their blood work done, they'd had a full physical, and at that moment that all the experts said, hey, this person's healthy, then if you took their temperatures and average, then that would be a relevant number. But I'm willing to bet, since 98.6 has been around forever, that's not how it's done. So what is normal for you is different than what's normal for me. And that is what we're talking about here when we look at any of these measures. So when they say the patient did not have a fever, did they have a fever? I don't know what most of my patients' normal temperature is. When they first come in, I do take their temperature. So I can tell, look back at their initial visit and see, is it high or is it low? But I don't know if that's normal. My normal resting heart rate is different than your normal resting heart rate right now. But here's the kicker, is that the normal depends upon your life circumstances at that moment. If you are perfectly healthy, you are going to have a different normal temperature at that moment in life than if you have an infection. And that's really what we're talking about these days. People having an infection and being ill. So if you have an infection and your heart rate or your skin temperature, any temperature, body temperature, is the same as when you were deemed perfectly healthy, then you have a big problem. Because infection is one of the ways, the normal ways, that a healthy body fights off something. So when you are struggling and fighting with a germ, a bacteria or virus, and your temperature does not go up, you have a problem. That's one of the problems with taking Tylenol or any of the NSAIDs to lower your fever, lower your interferes with your body's ability to fight that properly. It's kind of like when looking at x-rays. There are normals and there are commons, and what is common might be normal for one individual and might not be for another. When you look at, I'm 6'6", Most people aren't. Most people that are 6'6" have an average length spine. Almost everybody's spine is the same length. Usually when you're taller, it's because your legs are longer. That's not me. I have a very long torso. I have very short legs. I can get away with, I have about a 33-inch inseam. When I was playing college basketball, I played against a gentleman that used to play for the Globetrotters who was my height, and he had crazy long legs. If he wore his shorts where you should, his shorts would have been up here. He had a very, very short torso. The guy could jump out of the gym, could jump up and take change off the top of the backboard and put more change up there. And I've seen him in dunk contests jump over people. Crazy. He had those long legs. I'm not that. So I am different. My normal is different than someone else's. And this very important point about looking at statistics is very relevant today because everybody's reading the news. Everybody's looking at the statistics and wondering what's going on. And so understanding the difference between common, normal, and average is huge, but also, as I started out saying, how you gather those statistics is important. Right now, with the way they are counting deaths, if you have a positive test and you die in a car accident, or you die of a heart attack, or you die of a stroke, they count that into the COVID deaths. And if you are suspected of having, you don't have a positive test, but you pass away and you have a fever or you had a cough, they can count that. So that death number is not accurate. On the testing side, there are some definite problems in the test, and they aren't testing everybody, so we have no idea how many people actually have come in contact with the virus, how many people have fought it off, how many people are succumbing. And so when the two numbers that you use to create most of your statistics are flawed, you don't have anything that is accurate or relevant to base that off of. The only number that we do have is the population of the country isn't changing super rapidly, and the number's so big that that's not going to make a big difference in it anyway. So when you are looking at these statistics, remember that they are speculations at best. When they are trying to make recommendations, they're trying to blanket and give a worst case scenario and hoping for the best. You know, personally, the only person that I know, I have a friend whose father has come down with it. I've seen the gentleman twice in the last 20 some years. Last time I saw him was last fall. Gentleman's going to be 83. And today is the 14th day from the day he knows that he contracted it, and all he has had is a slight fever. So again, we're weeks into this. I know of nobody personally that has it. I know of a handful of people who know of someone that has it. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Please share. Please keep sending me the comments and topics you'd like to hear about. And be well, and remember to get your spine checked. See you next time. Bye-bye.